What's going on, MSFers? Doolum here, and today we've got a bunch to talk about from some Reddit posts, and then we're going to be talking about a new player code. We're also going to be talking about some Hero City in the Professor X saga because I see a lot of people are starting to get there. But first, we're going to be talking about Danger Room now that it is gone, and this player has some suggestions on how to make Danger Room better. First up, making a difficulty 11 that does not affect how we get the milestones. So still being able to get the milestones from D10, but just making a harder difficulty to make it a little bit more of a challenge for us, just for something to strive for. And I think that would be great. If it increases the replayability of the mode, then I think I'm all for it. Maybe even scaling it up to difficulty 15. And we could just have characters at like level 125 just for fun, seeing if we can get there or not. I think that would be fine. Now we have the stop the turn meter abilities as a as an elite token buff, which I agree with, because if you run into a super scroll and don't have this modifier yet, you didn't get lucky and find it, your run's kind of over. Let us start with 3 characters and collect a few more characters, maybe make the runs 25 nodes, which they did say they are going to be increasing the amount of nodes and increasing the length of the runs, add more and different teams to fight, which is also going to be happening. They said that was going to happen as well, which I think is great. What's also cool is they're going to be able to continue to add more as more characters come out as well. So the Accursed team, I'm assuming, will be some enemies on the other side. I'm sure there's going to be some Cosmic Crucible stuff in there as well, which would be super fun. And then the I need 4+ allies from the team should be active in Danger Room runs. It's very hard to get the full team, which I agree. Stuff like Vigilante, Silver Sable's tied behind having the whole team. We also have Hitmonkey that's tied behind the whole team for the speed stat stoppage, all that kind of stuff. So I agree with that. Now, one thing I don't agree with is this player's sentiment is, what do we play now? And I want to give Scopely kudos when they deserve it because it's rare, but I want to celebrate those wins when we have them. There's a lot to do in this game right now. Like, a lot. Like, right now, we have the Shadow King trials, and even if you're done with Shadow King, you could still run through this and get some gold, get some blue ISO, purple ISO. I know a lot of late game players don't need blue ISO, but some purple ISO, some crimson gear as well. Awesome. Shadow King, that's something to do. There's the new Accursed challenge, which I know are pay-gated, but I think that's a new way for people who spend on the team to play with the team, which I think is great. We have Negative Zone still running for the next 2 weeks, which I think Negative Zone has been great. I think it became a little repetitive when we had to do it for 2 weeks straight for the Odin leaderboard, but I think it's a great concept, and if this keeps going, I think this is going to be great PVE content that we can count on, so I think this is awesome. We also have Freedom Spire going right now that was going for the weekend, so that was something to do over the weekend. Absolutely awesome. And then we also just had the Red Star event for Quasar End. So that is what, five PVE events? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 PVE events in the last week, which that's 5 more PVE events than we're used to in a month, because we used to get Tower like once every 3 months, Satellite once every 4 months, right? So like, I want to give them credit because it does look like they are actually trying and want to make an improvement on the lack of PVE, and I think Danger Room is part of that, but it's not the only thing that they have. So I think it's great that they have been giving us a lot more options and a lot more ways to play the game lately. Next up, we're talking about the Elite Store. Can you please transition some of the obsolete characters out of the dark promotion credits or give us more of them? And I actually do agree with this. I did have a video recently that talked about dark promotion credits, just the video I had about spending. And I did see a lot of people in the comment section saying that they're still struggling with dark promotion credits. And I don't think that should be the case anymore. I think for the characters that are kind of obsolete, like all the horsemen, everyone like before Nova, all of those prices should just plummet. They should like be 5th. Like 1/5 of the price for those characters. Let everybody get 7 red on them because it doesn't matter, honestly. They shouldn't be expensive. They should all be as expensive as Ultimus was. You remember when Ultimus got the rework and everybody was like, it's only 300, 600, and then like 900 diamonds? Okay, everybody took him up because he was super cheap. Same thing with like Ultron here, but he's terrible, so I'm not going to take him up, right? So it would be great if they updated this store, had some more slots for dark promotion credits, because I don't think 4 is enough because we have like over 25 dark promotion credits. I also think there needs to be more slots for regular characters as well. And this player also agrees. So I've been waiting over 3 months for Ms. Marvel Classic to show up and still nothing. And now I am also waiting for my first star on Landre and no sign of her yet. And I'll agree on the Landre front. So Landre has been in the Elite Store for quite a while now, and I've only seen her twice. I'm still waiting on the 3rd diamond for her, and I will be taking her up the second I see her. So that is pretty annoying, and I really don't like that because we're just sitting here literally just like playing Russian roulette. We're just a slot machine, and I think that's kind of the function of Professor X and why I don't really care for Professor X, because it's just a slot machine mechanic right now of the store, because there's no raid leaderboards or anything like that. So maybe that's why I'm not too hyped about Professor X. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section. Next up, we've got where is this week's Pride Gem? And I was wondering the same thing, and I literally went to Reddit because I was like, man, I can't find this thing. I don't know where it is. And we actually got a response from the man, the myth, the legend, Pathfinder himself. And he said there will be a free claim later this week for it. So make sure you keep your eyes out for that. Now, we do have a change to a daily objective as well. Where are the accursed orbs? Where are they? The Helverine Showcase no longer drops it, and it's a daily mission. So if we go in-game here, we go to the Command Center, and we go to Harbinger, Month 2. We go to the objectives. You see it did change, so spend campaign energy now instead of spending the accursed energy. And I actually brought this up to the devs around reset because I spent the energy and the orbs were not there, and I was like, hey, what's going on here? And then I refreshed the game, and then this is now here. So all you got to do is spend campaign energy, which is actually good because there's an event for spending campaign energy right now, and it is unlimited. So make sure you are busting out your cores and spending as much campaign energy as possible. Drain those bank accounts that you have of the energy. I'm not telling you to spend. That sounded weird, but I had like 7,000 energy saved up, and right now I'm at 1,295 on the leaderboard. So hopefully I could stick in like the top 2,000 and get a bunch of Mystic gear. That'd be really, really, really good. Even if I stop in like the top 2,500, I could take like Juggernaut and Agatha up to gear tier 20 to do global villains and get in there right this second. So that would be awesome. Next up, speaking of the Professor X saga, Hitmonkey or Daredevil Modern for Xavier, or it doesn't matter. Now, my gut initial reaction was going to be Daredevil Modern because of the heals, the taunt, overall just a great character. He's also going to be running Blade, Oath, Sable, and Punisher. If you saw my video, I ran Blade, Oath, Sable, Punisher, and then I ended up running Big Time Spider-Man. If you haven't checked out that video, make sure you go down and do it because, man, it's a humdinger trying to 3-star all of those Professor X nodes. And a lot of people are kind of split, actually. Some people said that they liked Daredevil Modern because of the taunts are useful, especially in the Gladiator node, which I agree on. Somebody else said go and Hitmonkey. Daredevil Modern is critical. So honestly, both are great choices. I do like the survivability of Daredevil Modern a little bit better, in my opinion, because I think he's going to provide a little bit more sustain for Punisher and Sable, healing them up, clearing negative effects, as well as being that big taunter that you need. Now, last up, we've got another promo code for 20,000 intel, Counting Corner 10K. And I am going to copy and paste this over here and show you how it's done to redeem it, because I always have people in the comment sections every single time I tell you guys to redeem a code. Oh, it's not working. It didn't work. I don't know what's happening. It says not redeemed. It does work. All caps. Do it. Right now, get your 20,000 intel so we can go into the intel store and spend all of that lovely currency. And as you see, I am still only buying gear tier 20 right now. I know a lot of people have been saying that they are starting to buy the character shards because they're done with Professor X. And I think that is still kind of a mistake. In my opinion, I think that's a mistake. I think continuing working on Gear 20 is going to be a priority because of the overpower system and making sure as many of your characters are overpowered as humanly possible to make sure that you're not going into a battle where you're in the negative for overpowered. So you're going to be underpowered, right? Now, I do like the thought of kind of topping off a character with this. Like, let's say if Daredevil Modern was 1 purchase away from 6 stars, or a couple purchases away, cool, let's pop a couple just to get them there, or Sable or anything like that, right? But I think unlocking a character this way is not the way to do it. Like I said in previous videos, the first character of every single team is always available right around the time that the third character becomes available for money. The first character is available free to play. So just wait core, the second and the third tune to come out, and then get that free to play release, and then you have the full team almost immediately. So that's what I've been doing. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But until next time, this has been Duelim. Later, MSFers.